All right, everyone. See my screen, Dave? You good?
Yes, I see it.
All right. So Black Achievers Professional Network, welcome everyone. We really appreciate the opportunity to have you guys here tonight. We are the #1 network for Black professionals in Cincinnati and in other cities. We're going national, and we'll kind of cover that in a minute. Tonight's agenda, I'm going to give an update on what we've been doing. And we also are going to have options for you guys for the Business Academy and Business Institute. I know we have some graduates that are on the call tonight, but if you have a small business, we would love to have you as part of our academy coming up in June. Great program. And if you also want to learn about how to profit from mergers and acquisitions, buying other companies, using other people's money, we have a partnership with the Chamber that does that through the Business Institute, and that we'll go over that as well. And then we'll have a breakout session. And then we have some wonderful sponsors tonight from Archwave and Leadership Council, which will do presentations on opportunities for you at their organizations. And then we'll do some more networking, and then we will have Gilman Partners give a presentation on all the wonderful career opportunities that they have. And then we'll wrap up the night with our final breakout session. So a little bit about us. If you're new to the organization, our mission is to connect, educate, and economically empower the African-American community. We started in 2018. We became a 501c3 in 2020. My name is Michael Moore. I am a native of Cincinnati. I'm a UC grad. I have a degree in mechanical engineering. I've been in IT for like the last 20 years or so. And I was a business owner and also an IT manager at Fifth Third Bank. And that right there is almost December of 2019. So we have not done an in-person event for over 2 years. So we will be getting back to that. We will get the lanyards out, we'll be dressed, we'll be ready. We'll make sure that everybody's taken care of. It's very exciting to get that underway. A little bit about our team. There's myself and there's David and Leandre, who are original founders of the organization. Our key advisors are Carl Satterwhite, Mary Staggerman, and Bill Tucker. And some of our major donors have been Philip Holloman, Alicia Kittner with Archwave, and Scott Provinger with Ignite Philanthropy. And our team is just growing and growing by leaps and bounds. So a little bit about us. We are actually over 4,000 members in Cincinnati. We are very close to getting to 5,000, about 100 or so away. In the greater tri-state area, we have about 540 business owners and about 15 community partnerships. And we have 30,000 members in our network nationwide, which we're seeking individuals who want to volunteer to become chapter presidents and actually help set up physical chapters in different cities. So you have an opportunity to do that if you are interested. So our vision is to create a world where more African Americans can achieve the American dream. I mean, we want better education for ourselves and our kids, higher home ownership rates. We want to own our own businesses, control our own neighborhoods, and really just have a situation where we are achieving the American dream. There's more of us doing that. So that's really a vision that we're trying to create through our economic empowerment pillar of our organization. So, like I said, we're back to in-person events are back. These are some pictures of happy faces and great places all throughout the city. So we did things at AMC Theater, so we'll try to get back to that. The next event, if you want to take it down, is in the planning stages, and we will be pulling people together for committees again. We will be doing a Thursday and in June, so on June 30th. GCF stands for Greater Cincinnati Foundation. It's at 720 East Pete Rose Way. So we have that place reserved already, and we'll set the exact time, but it'll either be 6 to 8 or 7 to 9, depending on what people's schedules are. And they will offer us free parking. So that's pretty fabulous to be in a space downtown, and it's an amazing place to be. And we'll take lots of photographs and have lots of networking, and we might make it so we stream that. So we'll look into what was possible from a technology standpoint, but very excited to be getting back to in-person events. Some of our long-term goals here is we're setting up chapters nationwide. So if you go to our website, we've identified about 15 cities. We'd like to get to over 1 million members in the next 10 years. In order to do that, we need 100 chapters. So we need people to step forward. And we're starting with Dayton, Columbus, Cleveland, and Chicago. So if you live in those areas, if you yourself have about 5 hours a week to volunteer, or if you know someone who does, please have them send an email to chapter@blackachievers.com, and then our team will walk them through the process to apply and get plugged in. I will be doing a tour, like a coffee tour in all of those cities starting in May to meet local leaders, people at foundations, and those meetings are starting to be put in place. So if you're interested in being in a leadership position, you can get on my calendar and we can meet in your city and sit down and really discuss how we can create a chapter of Black Achievers where you live. So now we're going to jump into something that's new that's happened with Black Achievers. We've actually partnered and created an organization where we've joined called the Common Good Alliance. So the Common Good Alliance is a multicultural, multiracial, religious organization that's bringing together a lot of different nonprofit groups. And the mission of the Common Good Alliance is to create Black wealth through ownership and community. Now it has 5 different pillars, and it's really an amazing program that we're very excited to be about, because the focus is on building a local Black economy in the city of Cincinnati. And one of the pillars is arts and culture. We have capital, housing, small business enterprise, and land, which is basically trying to create a Black Wall Street. So if you guys know a little bit about this, and you can Google some documentaries if you're not, there were over 100 different Black Wall Streets back during segregation that have all ceased to exist for various reasons. And really all they are economic engines or business districts. And now we don't really have that in the city of Cincinnati and in a lot of cities. So what we want to do as Black Achievers is start to invest our money to recreate situations where in our neighborhoods, there are stores and thriving communities where we're circulating our dollar and really creating a tax base and a space where we can, have great communities instead of just communities that don't prosper. So we're picked an area in Cincinnati. It's called Bond Hill, and we're working with the city and the port to acquire some land there. And part of that project, we're going to need volunteers who have expertise in all variety of different areas. So it's a huge amount of opportunity for you to volunteer and be part of a development. And the development's over $20 million. So this is a serious development that we're working on in conjunction with the Common Good Alliance. Extremely exciting. And I kind of wanted to go over a video so that people could kind of level set on what had occurred previously. So you have African Americans 100 years ago able to create these amazing communities, and now we need to be able to recreate that in an integrated world. So it's very exciting to have that opportunity. What we want is volunteers. If you have any expertise in real estate or construction, financing, marketing, small business development, community building, community engagement, we would love you to send an email to CGA, which stands for Common Good Alliance, at blackachievers.com. And then our team will get that, and then we'll get in touch with you for our next convening, and we'll get everyone together and really start to hash out like what an area of Black Wall Street could look like. And it'd be a great learning experience for a lot of people, and it'd be a great way for you to plug in and be a part of something that's really historic in the city of Cincinnati. So we're very proud to be a part of the Common Good Alliance and hope that people are able to participate. All right, well, that brings us to our first networking session. And after this, we'll have our next speakers come on. So right now, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. David Yoha, and he'll kind of run through what the steps are and go from there.
Thanks, Michael. Wow, excellent update. I mean, Black Wall Street is so exciting and is happening. So as Mike said, we do need volunteers. So, just send us an email or contact us in any way. My name is David Yoha. I'm a founding member of Black Achievers, and I wanted to quickly mention that we are a membership-driven organization. So I would like to invite anyone who's not yet a paid member to join. If you see the value, a few quick benefits of being a paid member, you can be part of our leadership team. You can help support our national growth, and we can keep doing events like this, and the events that we'll be doing in person. Send an email to membership@blackachievers.com. So that's just membership@blackachievers.com for more information. A few quick housekeeping things. Please put your LinkedIn link in the chat. So that way we can all connect with each other. The easiest way to download the chat at the end of the event is at the bottom right, you'll see 3 dots. Just click on that and you can save the chat. So it's pretty easy to get the information. Okay, so let's get to networking. So the topic for today is what types of investments would you like to make in the next 3 to 5 years, like real estate, Bitcoin, stocks, business. And networking, this is a DNA of Black Achievers, helping people network, connect. everyone's, the way this works is everyone is going to be put randomly into groups of 5 or 6 people in breakout rooms. The objective of the breakout session is to quickly get to know each other, answer the question of the segment, maybe introduce yourself briefly, rotate through all the members, and then at the end, quickly exchange information. So there's flexibility, but the way we structure that, I suggest is 30 seconds to quickly introduce each other in the room, so rotate. 1 minute to answer the question as kind of like a conversation starter, and then 1 minute to discuss, connection opportunities or anything else. You have 12 minutes, so it's a nice amount of time to have a good conversation. And when the room ends, you can exchange information if you want. So just a few tips. 1 is be sure to unmute yourself when you get into the room. 2, you can always leave the breakout room for any reason. So, if you don't want to be there. So let me get things going. Gather your thoughts as I set up the rooms.
Hey, Sherry Hughes.
Hello there. How are you?
All right. It's your favorite cousin from Charleston, South Carolina.
It's my favorite cousin. Good to see you, favorite cousin Carol in Charleston.
I believe I still owe you a plate of food.
Well, I can always, I can always use another bite. So
Well, from Charleston, South Carolina, I'll take a plate.
yeah, I can always use another bite.
Well, we might have to get together and do that.
Thank you very much, cousin Carol.
That's great. So let me go around the room and see how everybody did in there. So Sherry, what'd you guys talk about? How did it go?
It went really well. We were all chiming in on what new types of investments that we would like to, be engaged in the next 3 to 5 years. And I heard a lot of real estate came up as well, rental properties, things of that nature, and some holding on to long-term stocks and being a little bit more, I guess, stable.
Yeah.
And so it was very interesting to see some of the things that, where was discussed, where people's interests are. And I think everyone in the group pretty much already dabbles in some form of investment. So that was encouraging to know that we're building wealth in that way as well.
That's great. LeVar Barry, what'd you guys talk about in there? I think you're on mute, bro.
Oh, there we go. Well, in my group, we actually learned about a heritage festival that's going to be going on in Urbana. We learned a little bit about that. And myself, I have my own businesses that I want to invest in. And the rest of the group, there's some products, healthcare products that they wanted to put out, and real estate investment.
Great. Well, thank you, sir. I see my Stephen J. Baines is on here. What y'all talk about, brother?
How you doing, Michael? Hello, everybody. I'm in Galveston, Texas, but I was like the only person that didn't know somebody in my room.
We gotta get you connected, man. We gotta get you connected.
I know, right? But yeah, we were just trying to get to know one another, first of all. And then I think real estate was the main thing that came up for us, like Sherry mentioned. I like that Veronica and our groups talked about, we think about real estate just being like, we don't think about the commercial end, so that there are all kinds of ways that people can invest in real estate.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. We got to bring the expert in here, Inye Canoe. He owns a company doing this. What did you guys talk about? What knowledge did you drop, Mr. Inye?
I think we had a terrific group of folk. Interestingly enough, it turns out that my son happened to be, I don't know how that, artificial intelligence put him in the same room as myself. You guys must have something phenomenal here. Ian, my son, is in the group. It's his birthday today.
Hey, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to my man.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
But we talked about, I think the anchor for everybody is real estate, guys. You go from cash and you use leverage, you accomplish multiple things in real estate. We talked about that. I think we talked about art, the people in our group, Jackie, and you have to forgive me, my memory is aged. But we talked about, art is also an investment class. So if you're involved in art, you can actually monetize it. I'm sure you guys have heard about non-fungible tokens and the trajectory of all that stuff. So there's a lot that we can do, and but the group, we had fun. I hope we came away from it with wonderful stuff. I'm going to end on this note. Vanessa, I saw Vanessa at Kroger about a week ago, and they were talking about food. I got to come and eat some of the food you're cooking up, my dear.
Enoch.
Hey, you know what? If anybody's coming over here and there's food in the kitchen, I'm going to invite them to come and cook it.
Uh-oh. Sounds great. Vanessa, anything on your side?
I was one of the people in our group already kind of talked about our group.
Okay.
Stephen, I think, spoke. We had a nice conversation. We also mentioned digital coins, but I think Tiffany brought that up and I also seconded that.
Okay.
But yeah, nice conversation. I don't think I have anything new to add.
Thank you very much. And the last speaker is Tracy Howard. Were you in a different group?
Yes, I was. Thanks. And we talked a lot about real estate also. We had one person that was interested in REITs, which I hadn't thought about in a long time, but that sounds like a great way to make real estate truly passive. But that was exciting. And then we had people talking about stocks, and we had one very bold person who's interested in day trading.
Whoa, I ain't heard that in a long time.
That's living
Right.
I ain't
on
heard
the
that in a
edge,
long, that's
living
going back to
on
the
the
90s.
edge. So my hat's off to,
Good luck with that one.
yes, yes.
All right, well, thank you guys. All right, well, we're gonna move on. That was fantastic. We're gonna get to some of our speakers and then we'll do another breakout. And I think the next breakout will be on in the career aspect. So let me share my screen one more time and go from there. Dave, if you can mute everyone, that'd be great.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Uh-oh. All right, so we have you guys can hear me? Black Achievers Business Academy. So I just really quickly want to make sure that anyone who's a business owner, anyone that you know, we offer a great 8-week course on how to create your business and get that off the ground, even if you work at a full-time job. These are some of the people who graduated through our program last year. We're looking to do another cohort starting in June, I believe. So no matter if it's just an idea you have, or if it's a full-blown business that you're running on the side, we love to have you in the cohort. And you can apply to that by sending an email to academy@blackachievers.com. We're going to actually start in May, it looks like. So May through June. Typically, we have 5 to 10 businesses in there. It's an 8-week curriculum. So we'll help you develop your business plan, pricing, sales, funding, just even be around other entrepreneurs. It's an amazing peer-to-peer experience. It's something that's really unbelievable, really, for you to be able to participate. And it's free of charge. We have sponsors who are covering the cost. And we meet typically on Thursdays between 7 to 9 via Zoom. So they're all virtual, easy to attend. And the day is kind of flexible. So it may be either Wednesday or Thursday, but it's usually 7 to 9. We have professional teachers that teach the classes, and also people who come in and speak on their experiences in business and some of the challenges and some of the successes they've had. People, who've done amazing things. You have advisors and mentors, investors. We put you in front of other organizations that you can get investment from. So you give a pitch day, and it's very, very exciting. So if you guys want to apply or know someone in business, please have them send an email or send an email yourself to academy@blackachievers.com. We're starting to take applications. And then our Business Acquisition Institute is about mergers and acquisitions. So we have a partnership with Cincinnati Chamber, and they have raised a fund, which is a $100 million fund to help African Americans buy businesses of size. So in order for us to educate people on how a merger and acquisition goes through and how you put together a deal team and a package and things like that, we take you through another 8-week course in that. Some of the graduates are on this call, like Manasseh is here for sure. And these individuals have learned a lot, and now they're in a pipeline for when businesses in the city become available between $1 to $3 million. And then we are able to help them acquire those businesses. And we actually have one deal that's already pending. So hopefully by the end of this year, we will have a success story about someone who's come through our class and purchased a business. The business he's looking at purchasing is $15 million in sales, and it's about $3 million purchase price, and it's in manufacturing. So extremely exciting. We want as many people to start in our community to start learning about mergers and acquisitions, because there's tons of companies out here who have no exit strategy. You do not have to have a lot of money in order to purchase these companies. It's typically done through a fund like with the chamber, and they're looking for individuals who can have the expertise to run the company. So that's the thing that's most important. To do that, you just want to sign up to or send an email to institute@blackachievers.com if you'd like to learn more about mergers and acquisitions. It's also being taught by the Gehring Center. So that's one of our partners. You'll get access to education, capital partners, and deal flow, which is businesses that are available. All right, so that's it for Black Achievers. I'm going to turn it over to David, I believe, and you're going to make Janice with ArtsWave co-host so she can share.
Yes, she's a co-host and she can share.
I'll stop sharing. Turn it over to Janice with ArtsWave. Hey, Janice.
Hi, Michael, and thank you so much for having me tonight, and good evening to everyone. I am Janice Liebenberg. I'm the Vice President of Equitable Arts Advancement for ArtsWave, and I have a very short presentation. I'm trying to share my screen, David, and it's telling me that the host disabled my participation.
Can you try it now?
Here it is now.
Okay.
Okay. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Great, thank you. So again, I'm with the ArtsWave. We are the first and largest United Arts Council in the nation. We fund the arts and we fuel the community while investing in the arts. We got our start in 1927. Anna Taft and her husband, Charles Phelps Taft, started ArtsWave in 1927 with an endowment. They challenged the citizens of Cincinnati back then to come together and raise $2.5 million. And then they matched that with $1 million of their own money to create an endowment that is ArtsWave today. They had the foresight to want to turn Cincinnati into the Paris of the Midwest, but also to preserve the arts and cultural assets of that time for generations to come. They also bequeathed their home, an entire art collection, to the people of Cincinnati. And that home today is the Taft Museum of Art. So ArtsWave runs an annual campaign every year, the annual community campaign. We started that portion of ArtsWave about in the 1940s. And since then, we have raised and invested more than $350 million in arts that create a stronger regional economy and a more connected community. We in turn invest the dollars that we raise through the campaign into 150 plus arts organizations and projects and individual artists every year. We provide infrastructure and services for the arts, and then we connect the public to the arts experiences and to each other. And you should know that this is how we fund the arts in our region. Other cities of our size, smaller, larger cities with smaller arts and cultural assets than we have, they all have access to tax dollars, to government dollars, to fund their arts. But the way we fund the arts in our region is through the annual community campaign. We also invest into programs like Blink. So ArtsWave is again the illuminating sponsor of Blink. Yes, Blink is back. So mark your calendar for October 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th. And last time Blink was here in 2019, 1.25 million people showed up to downtown Cincinnati, over the Rhine, and to Covington to join the festivities over 4 nights. And you can expect bigger and better and a larger footprint, I am told by the new executive director of Blink, Justin Brookhart. So more to come on Blink. ArtsWave is also an organization that invests in an art series called Flow, an African-American arts experience. We've actually created it with board members, Mary Stagaman, who is a big fan, an advisor of Black Achievers, and Mel Gravely, who is the president and CEO of Traversity Construction. And the goal of the art series is to bring exciting Black artists to our region that would not normally put Cincinnati as part of the tour. And so we bring them here. It's a quarterly series. We launched in 2020, February 2020, and had to shut things down very quickly after that. But we relaunched in December of 21 and brought Broadway superstar Norm Lewis to Cincinnati. Well, this coming weekend, we are bringing to Cincinnati for the first time a 3-time Grammy-nominated Jazzmeia Horn, who is a young, up-and-coming, jazz vocalist, and she is an artist in her own right. But you can anticipate styles like those of Ella Fitzgerald, Dina Simone, Billie Holiday. Nevertheless, she's coming this weekend as part of Flow, and ArtsWave's Circle of African American Leaders for the Arts, who is an affinity group that believe we can bridge all divides through the arts, invites all of you, Black Achievers, to come and enjoy an evening with us. We have a BOGO ticket offer for Black Achievers members. If you go to artswave.org/jazz and use promo code CIRCLE, you have buy one, get one free tickets. Again, Jazzmeia is in town April 1st and 2nd. And if you buy tickets to April 2nd, we want to invite you to come to an exclusive pre-show reception with ArtsWave's Circle of African American Leaders for the Arts. There's much on that I want to share about that. We wrote to you, in the last Black Achievers newsletter about it. We shared some information on Black Achievers blog about this offer. But if you want more information about ArtsWave or this offer, you can just email me at circle@artswave.org, and I will be happy to give you more information. Some of you already purchased tickets through this program, and I will be inviting you to that reception here tomorrow. At least send you the information. You've already been invited. And that's my presentation. I just want to leave you with a quick video just to sum up the essence of what the 2022 campaign is about, and that is to bring live arts back. And without further ado, here is the video.
right, thanks, Janice. Thanks for the great presentation. We really appreciate that. It's a great way to support the arts in Cincinnati. And anyone needs tickets or they have amazing programming, reach out to Janice directly, or you can reach out to me and I'll get you in touch with the right person at Artswave. But we really appreciate Janice being a sponsor and Artswave being a sponsor of Black Achievers.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, everyone.
All right, we'll move on to the next presentation. Is it Lauren?
Hey, hi. Yep, Lauren
There
here.
you go. Hey, Lauren.
How are
Haven't seen you in a while. How have you been?
I've been very well. Thank you so much, Michael. This is awesome. This is my first Black Achievers event. I hate that it has taken so long in a pandemic to finally get to this space, but I'm so glad to be here.
Well, thank you very much for coming. This is amazing. So Lauren and Jay Schatz are with the Leadership Council in the BOLD program, and it's an amazing opportunity for our members to go through and learn about board leadership and participate in, on boards and nonprofits. And I'll turn it over to Lauren and she'll go through a presentation for all the opportunities.
For sure, for sure. So just a moment here and I will share my screen. Okay, I think everyone can see it. Yeah, so my name is Lauren Elise Tudor, and I am an entrepreneur. I run a business, a brand management, marketing, and engagement business as well. But I am a dedicated community member. I've been in Cincinnati for almost 10 years. And a lot of what has shaped my experience here is really getting involved in cohorts and spaces that have furthered my professional development. But the thing we're going to talk through today is board leadership. So as a business owner, I'm proud to partner with Leadership Council to kind of help amplify and recruit the amazing work that they're doing here. So my partner, Jay, will stay probably on mute for a little while because he's got a nasty cold, and we are so grateful that he is in his own house for that. So get well. I see you sipping some tea, Jay. And if I miss anything, just hop on in. So we're going to talk about the BOLD program. You just heard this amazing program pitch from Artswave, and nonprofit board service is incredible. It's one of the immediate ways to expand your professional network and build meaningful connections and get coached every step of the way. And if you don't know about the BOLD program, it's been around for a while, but Leadership Council has boldly been carrying the torch for it for a number of years. It's a 6-week program that has about 4 cohorts per year. And we just wrapped up our first cohort of the year, and we're gearing up to run for our second cohort. So they're gearing up for BOLD cohort 10, and it's an amazing way to create pathways that turn your passion into action. So as I mentioned, it's 6 weeks. It's virtual, so you can stay in the comfort of your own home. And you get to meet incredible other people who are at the intersection of community and entrepreneurship and whatever industry that they might be in at the moment. It's run by the industry, the region and the industry's best and brightest nonprofit professionals. Jay is also one of those teachers of the program, and I think maybe that's probably how he got a little ill. They just had a little bit of a graduation, so he was out talking up the program. But it's focused learning and mentoring rooted in building connections. These are some of the core values of the BOLD program. They really have a deep investment in servant leadership. They care about diversity, equity, and inclusion. A lot of passion and a lot of fun. You're going to meet people who have a passion for every single nonprofit focus area that there is in our area, in our region, and overall community building. I know there are I think there are a few alum on the call, so we may have an opportunity to hear from one of them moving forward, but these are the BOLD core values that they leverage every single day and in every single cohort. BOLD is super proud to partner with Black Achievers to strategically and intentionally advance diversity, equity, and inclusion in our nonprofit community. I happen to know Jay also in another capacity. We serve on a local board here rooted in healthcare. It's one of the first ways that I got to meet him. And it has been incredible to sit in a space where my ideas are valued. I can, as a business owner, I can source talent and not have to go through the rigmarole of interviewing or mining for information that is kind of readily available at my fingertips. The goal of the BOLD program is to keep having those connections happen a million times over. BOLD classes will have, the goal is to have 40% BIPOC representation on whatever boards are available in our area, and there are a lot. If you care about human services, public service benefit, the arts, science, community development, youth-focused, age-focused agencies, then you probably have some insight or some expertise that you can leverage to serve those causes that you care about super well. What we'd like to offer tonight is a really exclusive offer for 2 full scholarships to cover any of the Black Achievers members who would like to attend. And what this does is alleviate barriers that you may be thinking about some sort of leadership development courses, actions, but you definitely don't want to pay for it or just want to use those expenses to reinvest into your business. I totally feel that as a small business owner myself. Every dollar counts that I don't have to spend it out, that I can reinvest in myself or my team would be great. So would love to extend this opportunity to the first 2 or few, but Black Achievers who want to say, yes, I am so down for putting my passion into action through nonprofit expertise. The next cohort is gearing up to kick off April 14th through May 19th. That'll be a very fast 6 weeks. And we would love to have your presence in this year's session.
So, Lauren, I'm gonna jump in, as painful as it may sound. I feel okay since we're offering 2 scholarships. My name is right now in the chat. Let's see. And so if you will message me in chat if you're interested in applying, that way we can track the Black Achiever applicants. So I will take your name, and if you'll share your email, I'll send you an email with a link to apply, and also be able to keep an eye on your name for this amazing scholarship offer. And I appreciate Michael, who not so subtly suggested that this was a good way for BOLD to take away barriers for folks who have their capital invested in other areas. And the great thing is if Leandre can jump in, if Dion Mack is here, we've got some alumni who I know have found BOLD to be very meaningful.
You got people already taking you up, Jay, on your offer. So I see
Great.
some emails coming through.
There's some people messaging me direct. I'm going to encourage you to also email Jay. Let's drop. Jay, did you drop your email in the chat yet already?
I didn't. I will.
Yeah, do that.
Hey, well, while Jay's doing that, just real quick, since you called me out, Jay, yes, I am an alumni of BOLD 7. Enjoyed the program, learned a lot around, the bringing the passion to those activities, that you're passionate about. So it's not just joining the board and being a body, right? You want to have some passion about those activities and things that you seek to help in your community and surrounding community. The commitment, being the 8 weeks or so long, did not feel like a commitment. The content was great. The class was organized well, and we had a great time and was able to connect with boards that, a lot of us didn't really know what type of boards we wanted to serve on, although some of us were already serving on boards, but they have a repository that's endless for those who, not sure how they wish to serve. And so I appreciate, Jay, that opportunity and joining you all. And then just one other thing, as I stated, or Mike may have stated, but I work for Fifth Third Bank, and Fifth Third Bank boldly supports BOLD program. So just wanted to throw that plug out there as well.
And Leandra, we made it even easier. You had to go through 8 weeks. It's now a 6-week course. So we're even more efficient and focused, and knowing that everybody has a million Zooms, and we want to make the most of everybody's time.
Great. Well, thank you, Jay, for listening to the feedback. It looks like we have a lot of people
Great.
reaching
Please
out to
keep them
you.
coming.
Yeah, they're coming out. So that's amazing. So, all right. Well, we're going to move on. And then we have one more. Let me go ahead and give one. I'm going to share my screen and go from there. Dave, you want to mute everyone? So we've heard from Archwave, amazing sponsor, has amazing events available for us here in the city. We have Leadership Council with the BOLD program and their scholarship offer for 2 people. So make sure you guys are doing that. And then we also, from Leadership Council, really fast, we have a Securing the Future. They have their annual event April 20th of this year. It's in person. It's at the Hard Rock Casino. It's from 12 to 4:30. And they're having 2 amazing speakers speak, Pearl Alexander and Kim Anthony. So if you guys are interested in getting tickets and going to that, we're a member of Leadership Council, which hosts the BOLD program, but it helps nonprofits like ours. My mentor comes through the Leadership Council. Jenny Berg is retiring. She's retiring from her position as executive director, and she really took me under her wing, and I learned a lot from her getting this off the ground, and they have amazing programs. So if you have the time to go there, that would be an amazing thing for you to do. All right, we're going to jump into our next networking session before we hear from Gilman Partners and Michelle Plessinger. So the next networking session, I'm going to turn it over to Dave, and you can kind of get people lined up and into the network.
Okay, awesome. Well, thanks to our sponsors for sharing the news and partnership opportunities. Our success and the things we're able to do is largely due to them. So thanks a lot. Quick reminder to the group, please post your LinkedIn information in the chat. And it's easy to save the entire chat. 3 buttons at the bottom right corner makes it easy to save and then connect later. That way, you can have more opportunities to meet more people. Okay, so let's get to the networking. As you know, this is the foundation of Black Achievers, making connections. This topic for the second session is, what career goals do you want to accomplish in the next 3 to 5 years? The suggested room format is 30 seconds, quickly introduce yourself, 1 minute to answer the question, 1 minute to discuss connection opportunities, and then when it ends, you can always exchange your information. A couple tips, be sure to unmute yourself when you get in, and you can always leave the breakout room for any reason. Okay, so let me set this up. 1 second.
Oh my goodness. Well, everyone had a good time in there. Hey, Janae.
Hi, Michael.
You have a chance to talk? What did you guys talk about? How you're going to become CMO of Fifth Third?
Well, speaking into existence.
Amen.
Right. I was having a great conversation with my group, and I just got kicked out or whatever. So somebody else from our group, feel free to chime in. But we answered, got introduced and started answering all the question about what we wanted to do in the next 3 to 5 years, and everybody is looking to progress, which is just great. And one of the questions, because we still had a lot of time, I asked, what are some barriers that people feel like they are maybe facing to get to that next stage, and how are they overcoming it? So we kind of got into that. I said, basically that network within my field, and also just within corporate America. And something that I caught the tail end of, one of the guys was just saying, definitely there are silos and whatnot, but also definitely finding a way to measure and have metrics for your performance and the things that you are doing. So I don't know if another part of that conversation happened if somebody else from my team wants to jump in, but we had a really good conversation. So that was good.
Great. Glad to hear. Because of time, I want to make sure that Michelle Plessinger gets a chance to give a presentation, guys, and then we'll have one final breakout session and we'll wrap up. So Michelle, Dave, you have an ability for her to share, and then you're on mute, Michelle, and then we're going to walk you through. Gilman Partners has been one of our very first original sponsors, and we really support them, and we want more diversity to go through their organization to get the amazing jobs that they have. So she's going to kind of go through some of the opportunities here. Let you take it away, Michelle.
Hey everyone, I'm Michelle Plessinger. Thank you, Michael. It's good to see you. I'm a partner and executive recruiter here at Gilman Partners. We're an executive search firm and a leadership development firm here in town in Cincinnati, for those of you who are outside of Cincinnati. Michael actually is one of our participants in our leadership development program called Elevate. I think you're getting ready. You're halfway through, Michael.
No, we're ready. Graduation is next month.
Graduation
We've done
is
it. It's
next
an
week. That's
amazing
right.
program. I would totally recommend it to anybody. It's a great leadership program.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
As a firm, our overall guiding principle or purpose is to strengthen leadership teams and elevate the talent in our communities. And we've been around for 40 years. We've had 2 different owners and a couple of different names, but we have been part of the community here in Cincinnati for over 40 years and really feel privileged to be here tonight. I'm going to talk about workplace flexibility in 2022. We hosted, and we do host 4 times a year, an HR roundtable, and heard from many of those HR leaders about what they're doing to address workplace flexibility. One of the things that we have heard from candidates on the candidate side is really just a need to have flexibility. Future Forum, which is a consortium focused on reimagining the future of work, did a survey, and they found that 95% of people surveyed want flexible hours. No surprise, 78% of people surveyed want location flexibility. And so when we talked about this with the HR leaders we met with, we talked about work-life balance, and we joked and said, well, there really isn't balance. It's more like work-life integration. Right. And what does flexibility really mean? So, one of the things we talked about was really asking why of your employees and even of yourself. Why do you want flexibility? What are you really looking for? And so some of the things that the HR leaders have shared with us, and this is pretty typical. This is probably what you think of first when you think about workplace flexibility, is really flexible schedules that can accommodate parents and caregivers. It can accommodate, those who work another job. One of my clients, Gorilla Glue, has been talking about creating a special weekend shift for people who maybe work Monday through Friday already, but need that extra time or time to work, need the extra money, or maybe they just can only fit in, Saturdays from this time to this time. And so they're thinking about creating a special or different shift for those folks who have that interest, and have done some research to find that there are people who only want to work on the weekend. They're also looking at ways, other companies are also looking to help those employees who really want to reduce that idle commute time. And I know here, the people I work with who live up in Lebanon and Mason will say, I just wasted 40 minutes driving to work, when if I worked from home, I'd already have been productive. So flexible schedules are happening all over the place. And I think companies are really getting creative with their messaging around that. For instance, I know DSW said, hey, if you're a mom or a dad and you love shoes, you can work from 9 to 2. So you can drop off the kids and pick up the kids. And so I think we're seeing companies really getting a little bit more more creative with that. Another trend that we're seeing, if we can call it a trend, is this phased or part-time retirement. In our breakout session, we were talking a little bit about this, but you all might remember, or some of you may remember, that there used to be that the baby boomers weren't leaving. They were staying, they were working longer. Some of that was because they needed to make up for what they lost in the 2008-2009 downturn. But we are seeing, huge number of retirements in 2020. But now some of those people want to come back to work. And so this phased or part-time retirement piece is really becoming, I'm going to say, trendy. There are a number of benefits of that, where you can really maintain that institutional knowledge and consistency in your workplace, really help manage your talent shortage. We know this war for talent, this market is crazy. So why not look at your folks who are about ready to retire and think of ways to keep them in some capacity. And then also giving employees an opportunity to really shift more easily into retirement. So instead of going from full-time work to retirement full-time, why not offer a transitional time period? We're hearing a lot about that from some of our clients as well. You may also have heard when it comes to some workplace flexibility, this concept of daily pay, which really gives employees access to money when they need it instead of waiting until payday, which sometimes still is, could be every 2 weeks, could be monthly. We have a couple of clients who are still paying folks on a monthly basis, and by the 20th of the month, people are out of cash, right? So having this daily pay or access to your pay is becoming a little more popular. Creating an emergency fund for employees. We're hearing a little bit more about that. So if there is an emergency situation, the car breaks down, you can't afford to fix it, they have a way to tap into those emergency funds. And I think some employers are starting to really see, reduced turnover and really have created a competitive way for them to attract and retain employees. This also helps employees avoid some late fees or even having to use predatory lenders. I think the point here and really the overall presentation is to really look at all of your policies today if you're an employer and see if you have flexibility and start to question, why do we have that policy? And is that creating any barriers to us attracting and retaining talent? Finally, we're also hearing from some of our clients about relaxed dress codes, which can work for some companies and maybe not for others. UDF attended, the HR director for UDF attended our roundtable and talked about the policy that they had in their convenience stores about their employees having to wear khakis. And they realized that that has become a barrier to employment for some people. And so they've changed they said, why are we requiring this? And so they've adjusted their policy and said, you know what, it's okay to wear jeans if you're working in our convenience stores. We've heard that this is one way that some organizations, are seeing promoting equity and individualism. And it's also a way to support a less formal culture, which I think, many of us are working in today. So, that's what I wanted to cover around workplace flexibility this evening. I hope that maybe this has sparked some ideas for you if you are an employer and you're looking for different ways to compete for talent and retain talent. Hopefully this has given you some ideas to do that.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Michelle. We
you.
really appreciate that. And
Thanks,
as
Michael.
always, Michelle Gilman Partners has a job board. We send that out in our monthly newsletter. So there's many opportunities there on their website. You can get to them through our newsletter. So please support them and look for opportunities through Michelle's company. All right,
Thank
so we're gonna
you.
head. Yeah, thank you so much. We're gonna head to
Thank
the
you, Michael.
last breakout session of the night and get this wrapped up. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this over to Dave, and really appreciate all of our sponsors taking the time to share their information with us. And Dave, did you wanna go ahead and take it from here? He's not there, there he is, okay.
So I think we kind of know the rules, what we recommend. So the topic is, what are your most pressing financial concerns? Home ownership, college education, debt, retirement, and so on. Since this final time I'll talk to you, thanks a lot for attending. And remember, in the chat, put your LinkedIn information. You can save the chat, the 3 dots at the bottom right corner. And just quickly over, once I set up the room, spend 30 seconds introducing yourself, 1 minute to answer the question, 1 minute to discuss other topics. And then when the breakout room is ending, you get about a minute to exchange information for further discussion. 2 tips: be sure to mute yourself when you get in, and as always, you can leave the breakout room for any reason. So let me set this up. So prepare yourself as I. So how did everything go, Leandre?
Went well. For a few seconds there, Dave, one of the participants in my classroom stated that she is joining us from London. And I say that because more than one person heard that. But don't clap, Mike. It was just for a few seconds.
Not true. It's not true.
Yeah, we thought we heard London, but
Yeah.
it was linked in because of the accent. But
It
I
was,
wasn't
it
the
was
only one.
lending what she said.
Yeah, I wasn't the only one that heard it, Mike. So I was like, man, we reaching over in London. We doing something.
We gonna get there though. We gonna get there.
Exactly.
We gonna
You had the
get there.
Caribbean. We had the Caribbean on in my group.
Yeah.
That Tobago.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Okay has an accent.
Sheldon, hey, how you doing, man? Good to
Hey,
see
how you doing, Leandre?
Fantastic.
Wow. Well, we're
Why
gonna
you trying
wrap
to make us
up.
look bad in that suit?
Looking clean,
Well,
eh? Looking like a
Sharp.
young buck over there. My goodness, what are you 18 right out of high school?
You know, 9 o'clock at night, still rocking the suit.
Hey, you know how you do it. All right, well, this has brought us to the end of our event. So thank you guys. I want to kind of go around the room, give everybody a chance this on video to say any last parting words. We are going to have that in-person event June 30th. So get the suits ready, look like Leandre, you know, be ready out there. We'll try to figure out what that's going to look like. I didn't hear from Monique Johnson, because that's one of your originals there. Monique, how did your conversations go tonight? Any last words?
They went great. They were excellent, fantastic. Talked about a lot of things, real estate and all types of things, insurance,
Great.
entrepreneurship.
You guys
Monique
still
has
doing the
a
real
book,
estate?
y'all.
Monique?
Microshifts.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Monique
what was
has
that?
a book.
Hey,
Monique
Ken.
has a book, Microshifts.
Oh,
Tell us about the book, Monique, real quick.
thanks, Ken. I'm a co-author, working my way to being a solo author, but it's called Microshift, Small Mindset Changes for Big Results. I don't know if some of you know Patrice Borders. She's also one of the authors. Co-authors, that's right. So yeah, thank you.
That's my cousin, by the way, Patrice.
Right.
Oh,
Got
nice.
it. Got it. Nice.
So Monique, is there a link you can share in the chat for everyone so we can, is it
Get to buy the
available
book?
on Amazon or just maybe the name so we can find it?
Yeah, I can do that. It'll take me a second, but yeah, I can do that.
All right.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you, Monique, if you can do that. Tania Ruby Caldwell. Woo, she got 4 names. How are you?
Law firm.
Hi, I'm well. Most people know me as Tonia Ruby. I'm a local performer as well as owner of Ruby Studios. I train those like you who use our voices a lot to speak to people, and it helps us make our money. And I also train vocalists. I'm a classically trained performer, and I sing R&B as well.
Wow.
So,
you do it all. Where are you located?
I'm here in Cincinnati,
Oh, you're in
Ohio.
Cincinnati? Oh, good.
Yeah,
Good information.
actually headlined. I've been taking care of babies and things, so I haven't done anything lately. But I headlined down at Washington Park last year. So yeah, if any of you find yourself getting hoarse often because you talk a lot and you do a lot of communicating, I train everyone from singers to oratorical speakers, preachers, rappers, you name it. If you find yourself getting hoarse or need a little bit more clarity on how to speak so that you don't lose your voice, I'm your girl.
All right. Well, thank you very much for tonight.
Thank you.
Let me go down the list. LeVar Berry, any last comments or introduce yourself to the group before we get off? He's on mute.
Sorry, I'd say this is my first time. I know I've missed a whole bunch of these. So it was really interesting. I'm glad to be here. I learned a lot from other people, and it's nice to see what everyone else is doing. So
Well, thank you, sir. Thanks for coming. Are you in Cincinnati or where are you from?
I am. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
Northwest. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Mr. Inye Canoe, you're next on my list. Any parting words?
Parting words, OWN, own.
Amen.
Own your destiny, own your business, own real estate, own your life.
Amen. No truer words have been spoken tonight. Thank you, sir. Sheldon Bernard, next on my list.
You expect me to go after Mr. Canoe? No,
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to go after that one, man. That brother, he brought it, didn't he?
I concur. I just think the mission of what the network is trying to do is important. It's long overdue. Happy to support in whatever way I can.
Okay, well, thank you, sir. We appreciate that. I got to get back to Stephen J. Baines. Any last words, sir? Coming from Houston? Not Houston. Where's Galveston? You're on a mute.
Yes, I'm in Galveston. So it's just a pleasure to be here. I do leadership development. I do some writing, as Michael knows, diversity, equity, inclusion, assessments, coaching. So that's what I do.
Best writer in the game, y'all. So anybody needs a writer, grant writer. Our first grant, this is a trivia question, 10 years from now, was because of Stephen J. Bain. Because what I had wrote, they just balled it up and threw it away. They were like, this they need a professional. So they brought Stephen in. So thanks, Stephen.
Well, you're quite welcome. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Next, I got Ron Bryant, CLCS. I mean, brother, you gotta tell us what the CLCS is, man.
Commercial lines coverage specialist. So when you hear insurance, I'm the guy they've been talking about in the groups. So I do specialize in coverage for small businesses. So a lot of entrepreneurs here on this call. And it's good to talk about it ahead of time. So it was a lot of great things discussed, real estate, ownership, definitely ownership. So I concur there. So I'm just glad to be here. Looking forward to the in-person event coming in June.
June 30th. We'll see you there. I want you to bring that CLCS with you in some.
It'll be on my back.
Fashion. All right. Thank you, sir. We got the great and one and only Ken Best, wealth strategist. Talk to us, Ken.
Man, it was a great event as always. Met some very awesome people. I think we're going to connect and do some things together in the near future. I really just can't say enough about Black Achievers. And I look forward to us getting together in person in June. It's going to be awesome.
Amen. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. We got Taz J. Did I say that correct?
Okay, first of all, Michael, it's Ebony.
Oh, hey, Ebony, what's going on? I didn't even recognize you. Why don't you have Ebony up there?
Papa Fred and Mama Mary said, hey, because they called in the middle of this and I had to like cut my video for a second.
Yeah. How did it go? First time, right? On the call?
First time on the call.
Okay, great.
I have been to some face-to-faces. Yes, I can talk on Zoom, but face-to-face, I can't. But the connections here are amazing. I have not felt this and had this amount of camaraderie with such Black excellence in so many years. And the diverse amount of people that I got a chance to talk to tonight is second to none. And I just want to say, as your stepsister, I am so proud of you.
No, well, thank you very much.
You are going on to bigger and better things, and the sky is not even close to the limit for you.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Well, we're all going up, so I appreciate that, my stepsister. Thank you for those kind words. That's great. Oge, I haven't seen Oge. Oge, where's your camera? I mean, what?
I'm hiding today.
You're a supermodel. Come on, okay. We ain't seen, you got the picture up there. Why are you hiding?
I let the picture tap in today,
Okay.
Sometimes you take a break,
So Oge was in the original, but she was in Cincinnati. Tell her, where are you now? What are you doing?
I'm in Maryland, and I'm an assistant manager for credit and underwriting team for a social finance company in California called RSG or RSF, sorry. And so I'm just happy to be here. I'm the one that was chewing on her words, and everyone thought I was from London. I don't really know how to explain that, so we're gonna leave that alone.
Okay. Well, thank you for showing up. We appreciate your support.
Good to see you. Of
Put
course.
the Blanco spin on it.
I guess
And I want to say one thing. Sorry, I want to just say that his name is Mr. Enyikano. Okay.
Oh, that's how you say it?
Correct
It's
y'all.
all one word?
I know he won't correct y'all.
No,
but that's how you say it.
Okay. Thank you, Oge.
You're welcome, sir.
Is Miss Sean Styles there? Or is it just her photograph? She might not be on there. Oh, there she is.
Hi,
Hello,
Michael.
Sean.
Hi, Michael. How is
She's hiding
everyone
today,
doing?
too. Great.
Doing good, Michon. Doing good.
Hi. Always a great time. Enjoyed meeting everyone for the breakout session. looking forward to meeting in person. It is so overdue. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Cannot wait.
All right. Well, we're going to make it happen. Thank
That's
you for
right.
the support. Yeah. See you there.
You are welcome. See you there.
Okay. Mama Sek from Senegal. Tell everyone. I was in 3 breakout rooms and Mama Sek was in every one of them. Go ahead.
That's correct, Michael. Nice to meet you 3 times. It's been a pleasure to be here. And I'm looking forward to meet everyone as well in person on June 30th. Thank you.
Oh, great. Well, thank you. And she's from Senegal, but you're living in Westchester. So
that's correct.
Very interesting juxtaposition. We have Tiffany Davidson. Can't go wrong with Tiffany. My goodness, how are you? We missed you.
Right, I know. I've been working so hard. Hi, everyone. I'm Tiffany Davidson, also known as the Y CEO, and I'm a certified business coach. I'm also now a certified funding broker. So I fund a lot of commercial deals and I do commercial development as well. And I can fund your business from CBD all the way over. So we talked about a lot of that tonight. I really enjoy giving back and helping our community scale. Because to me, it's very important for us to do that, especially at this pivotal time, and to elevate the conversation to ensure that we're giving value. And in thinking about the slap that went across America recently, it is my hope that we can elevate the conversation and talk about how important it is for us to have those action plans in place. So when trauma happens, we can react in a way that elevates our community. So I'm really excited about all of that. And it's so good to see you, Michael. Tell my sorority sister, your lovely wife, I said hello.
I will do that. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you so much. Next on my list is Anthony Glover. You on mute, brother? Oh, you're still on mute. There you go.
All right. Sorry. Wow. I was clicking and nothing was happening. Hi, my name is Anthony Glover. I'm going to be opening a dispensary on the west side of Cincinnati, a medicinal dispensary. I'm a disabled veteran, and I'm just trying to get in while I fit in a little bit. I came here originally for real estate, but the entrepreneurship kind of got me, and it's carrying me to y'all and into this beautiful network of Black excellence. So I'm happy to be here, and I'm just trying to soak in as much as I can. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. We really appreciate it. Look forward to doing that. Where on the west side? I'm sorry.
Hey, Mike, this is Leandro. Just real quick, Anthony had also had in the chat, are there any architects on the chat? So I don't know if there's any now or earlier. And if not, Anthony, maybe, reaching out, to Black Achievers, we can get you connected, because I know that there are some within the network.
Yeah, we have we have 2 in our network that I can put you in contact with.
Okay, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. Great, thanks for that, Leandre.
And
Manasseh, I'm sorry. Anthony.
And I'm on the west side. I'm right across the street from Visitation.
Okay.
I'm in the middle of Trump land. Like, we had no idea when we moved here from Texas. Like, none.
Yeah, I could have told you that. I grew up over there.
Hey, reach out to Black Achievers next time.
All right.
That's unfortunate. Where you make permanent decisions like that. All right. That's great. Manasseh, my graduate from the Business Institute, my main man. What's up, brother?
Appreciate you, brother, for putting this together, and also the team. Thanks, David, as well, for helping facilitate and coordinate. And I just heard a lot about construction architecture. So I have a lot of connections in the space, been in space for about 20 years now. So background is in architecture, civil engineering, and construction management. So Anthony, I can help you out, or if there's anybody else who needs any help or assistance in that space, I can try to do my best. This was a phenomenal night. Like I said, I got a chance to meet a lot of awesome people. I'm just hoping and trying to figure out how to keep the momentum, because there was a lot of good people with backgrounds that resonated with bits and parts of my dream and goal and aspiration. So thanks again. Looking forward to meeting you all soon. And God bless.
June 30th, we'll be there. Sounds good. Lamar Gordon? My man got the serious headset, so I know you hearing everything, bro.
Hey, how you doing, Michael? How's it going?
Nice to meet you. How was your experience tonight? Are you in Cincinnati or?
No, I'm not in Cincinnati. I'm actually in North Carolina.
Nice.
But yeah, I think we met a long time ago. This has been maybe like my second or third meeting, and it's great as usual. I guess my message to leave is that there's always a way to do whatever you need to do. You just have to connect with the right people. And I think this network is a great network for doing that. I mean, there's so many different industries and different personalities in here. If there's something that you're trying to do, you just have to reach out. You know, that's one thing I feel like we don't do as a people in general, is speak up when you need something. Instead, we tend to go on the side of, I don't know, or I didn't know, but you never ask either. And so I think that's one thing I heard. Yes, Sheldon, I am Jamaican. So that's one thing I think we should do more and do more of. And if we continue to do that, then we'll continue to take those steps to get to the next level. So,
amen. Great words. Thank you, Lamar. I appreciate that. I don't know if these people, so Devontae Johnson, are you there? Are you on there?
Hey, how you all doing?
Hey, how you doing, sir? Where are you? Are you from Cincinnati or where are you from?
I'm actually, I was born out of Dayton, Ohio, went to school close to Cincinnati, Miami University of Ohio, but I'm actually in DC now, technically Baltimore, but the Washington, DC greater area. I guess my takeaway from this night is this is my actually first time being involved with Black Achievers. It's an amazing organization from what I've gathered from the conversations that were had. So definitely appreciate this being taking place and look forward to more events in the future.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that. Spread the word there in DC because we definitely want a chapter to stand up there for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Appreciate that. Is Angela Noel there? No. John Ware? Nope. Mr. Dr. Oh, there's John. John, hey, John, you have any last words?
No, just wanted to say this was a great meeting. It's a great meeting everybody. I'm out here in LA, but I still have a home in Cincinnati. So when I come back, I'll definitely try to reach out to some people. And if anyone's looking for a financial advisor, a wealth manager, or need help with retirement, 401k, things of that nature, please feel free to reach out to my LinkedIn.
Yeah, it'd be great. Make sure you drop that. And when you come back to Cincinnati, definitely connect with me if you're in LA, because we definitely need to talk so I can understand the landscape.
What's good, bro? 06, John.
What's up, Devontae? We're
Nice.
That's that we frat.
Oh, that's great. Did you guys invite each other, or how did you guys find out about us separately? Or
we just randomly joined.
Yeah, I randomly found it too. Yeah.
Man,
but Michael, I'll be back in Cincinnati May 11th through like May 20th for graduation. I get my MBA from Xavier on May 14th. So I'll hit you up and you too.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great. Hit me up for sure. Jalea? I think we're almost done. Nope, she's not there.
Hey there, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, hello. This was a great evening as usual. I definitely would second that sentiment of, there's always that, just uplifting experience that we have in this group of fine folks. So I really appreciate you providing this forum for us, and I always leave these meetings encouraged. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Jalea. And last but not least on my screen is Donnell Wiggins. If he's there, speak. If not,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, Michael. And this has been a blessing to connect with so many talented Black people this evening. I've really appreciated the conversation and the time. Looking forward to continuing that connection. And so I don't have my camera on because I went from class to home to dad duties. So just grateful for, again, the opportunity to connect, and looking forward to staying connected. And thank you, Michael, for your diligence in terms of reaching out. And so looking forward to doing that.
All right. Well, thanks, everyone. I don't know if anyone else has any last comments, but this has been phenomenal. See everyone that can make it June 30th. And we'll sign it off, and I'll make sure I send out invites and details as we go. Have a great evening. Talk to everyone else later.
Take care, everyone. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, everybody.